Hey everybody, it's me again. I hope everybody's having a really good night. It is Thursday night. Actually, now it's Friday morning. It's after midnight. Anyways, okay, so I have a story. Let me give you the backstory first. First things first, for those who don't know me personally, know that I do not, under any circumstances, have a green thumb. I tend to kill stuff. To the point where my mother went out of her way to buy me a spider plant. So what was great about the spider plant, and I don't know if anybody can attest to this, but it doesn't matter how much potting soil it loses, how many times it's been knocked over, how often I would water it, the damn thing would just never die. So one day, my mom got me the spider plant, and I swear to God, my old cat Cleo used to knock that sucker over. A couple times I've run into it because I put it in a corner where I thought it would never get run into, and sure enough it had. And it got to the point after having it for about 2 years and still alive, I gave it back to my mom. And my mom had it for a few more years. She took really good care of it, and it survived for about another 2 or so more years before it actually, yeah. So that's the backstory of me not having any green thumb. I could never keep a plant alive. I mean, animals is one thing. People is one thing. But plants? Hell no. Can't do it. I've tried. Anyways, so fast forward to now. Since I've been at this new location, one of the things that was kind of concerning was the grass and all these trees, like potted trees, and all the indoor plants. And I was under direct orders like, oh, you take this water and you put it into this, and so on and so forth. And so this is pretty much what I've been doing, or I had been doing for about the first 2 months. And come to realization that one of the plants looked really awkwardly weird. And when I really looked at it, it turns out there was water between the leaves, like between the leaves. So I did a little research and come to find out that the plant had been completely overwatered, and it was recommended that I put more soil in it and just limit the watering to once every few days or once every other day or something. But you got to check the soil. So I managed to save almost every plant in the house, believe it or not. And I'm going to show you one of them. Okay. This is one of them. This thing was not as tall, but I resoiled it, and I actually just gave it some water. But there were some other ones that looked like they were dying that I cleaned off all of the dead. You know, one of the things it said is to clean off all the dead leaves, kind of keep an eye on it, whatever. Did all that, and believe it or not, I managed to save all the indoor plants. In fact, where I'm at, they bought fake plants this way. If anything died, or if I killed anything, that at least they had backups. Yeah. So anyways, so now let's talk about these trees. I actually mentioned this in one of my earlier videos. Then I went to Costco and found these. We had talked about fruit trees. Mind you, I don't have a green thumb. But it was insistent that lemon and orange trees. And I'm kind of freaking out about this because the reality is I don't know how to take care of a fruit tree. I really don't. And so I ended up with 2 lemon and 1 orange tree. Now, why on God's green earth so many lemon trees? I don't know. But I took one of the lemon trees, replaced it in the big potted plant outside. We had to remove the old one and put the new one in, and I successfully had done that. And then because the other 2 had to go into different pots, I actually had to also move them into ones where they were dead trees, because I was actively watering these trees. And basically, in a nutshell, they weren't coming back to life. I don't know what I'm like, they're dead. But I got told we're going to replace them. So we did. We put the new ones in, and they're actually, believe it or not, they're actually flourishing. I mean, I repotted them, new soil, yada, yada, yada. And then I have my my succulents, which was purchased. There's like 20 succulents that were purchased. And I repotted, successfully repotted all those. And I think of the 18 are actually really flourishing, really bigger. So I now consider the option of repotting them into bigger plants, bigger pots, which is great. Anyway, so the next step was working on the grass. The grass really started to die, and a lot of it is because of the heat. And it come to find out that none of there in two sections, there is absolutely no watering filtration system at all. Like there's no sprinkler system, nothing that are installed in those areas. And those have to physically be watered. Well, nobody's been taking care of them, so they've all turned yellow and they're dying. And not only that, we got crabgrass and so forth. And we have it really bad in the major part of the lawn, which actually it's wider and it actually really started to die. And then we have these other ones that are that are in there. And then we have these bushes on the side, which is all leading to the front door. And so basically what it is that we decided, well, we're going to put down, grass seed. So we did the grass seed with the, me and my husband did this. We did the grass seed with you're supposed to put the dirt stuff on top. And yes, I went out there and sprayed the crabgrass, and a lot of it is dead now. And then come to find out one of the bushes has these kind of mites. I don't know what the hell they're called, but there's these mites that actually, and the way it looks like cobwebs, but they're not cobwebs. They're like stringy, and it's kind of, and I'll post a picture of it. But these things that are actually living on the bushes out there, but they're mainly on one bush, and they're kind of migrated to a second bush. So I've been out there, and this stuff tells you so you're supposed to use some sort of soap, scum stuff specifically made for pesticides for these trees. And so I sprayed it, got to wait a week, then you got to spray it again, and they said that, over time it'll eventually die. Well, I sprayed it the first week, and it looked like it was working. Went and sprayed it a week later, and it looked like it wasn't working. So now I'm on another kind of chemical to try to kill this thing, which is, but they're still there, but it is listening. So I've been on that. Well, the biggest thing was the grass. Okay, I want to bring it back to life. And it's got a lot of weeds growing in it. And I'm still learning on how to maintain the grass. I mean, I've been really good. I managed to save the succulents, the cactus, the aloe vera plant. The trees are doing really, really good. But now this grass is driving me nuts. So I went and I bought that Miracle-Gro. It's a pre-made container that has the stuff in it. And then it has the green spout that you connect to the water hose. And this is what you're supposed to spray. Well, I bought this like 3 weeks ago. So I'm out there watering the grass with this thing. Well, because of the heat, I have it set up that the sprinkler for the main lawn and the backyard both go off at 6:30 in the morning for about 10 or 15 minutes. And then at night, I'll go out there and do the 2 areas that do not have a sprinkler system. And I'll stand out there and I'll physically water those. And I'll do a quick water on the grass and all the plants and everything like that. So that's why they have water throughout the night. Okay, it's not a big deal. Anyways, so for the last 2 weeks, I've been watering this grass with this Miracle-Gro container. Now, I've come to realization that I am seriously, I don't want to say dumb, but I felt like an idiot when I figured this out. So I'm looking at this container. I'm watering the lawn, and I'm realizing I'm looking at the container going, wow, it's not using a lot. It looks like it's the same level, and it's still dry. I don't know. Like, again, let me repeat this. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Let's get that straight. So anyways, so I've been doing this for like the last couple of weeks, and it looks like the grass is growing. And then it dawned on me. Why in the hell is this stuff still in the container? It's still the same amount as it was 3 weeks ago. And I've been avidly watering this grass like once every few days. at night. And I couldn't figure it out. So I'm spraying the plant with this pesticide stuff to kill those little mites, the white mites that leave those things that look like cotton, cobwebs. And then it just dawned on me. Okay, well, I'm going to go water this grass now. And I'm looking at this container, and I'm really looking at it before I hooked it up to the water hose. And I went, I know I'm supposed to refill this at some point, but it doesn't look like it's going down. So I decided I'm going to open it up. Yeah. You probably guessed it. There was a protective plastic over the hole. So when the water would go through, nothing was going into the actual container. Because when you water the grass, it's not clear water. It comes out like kind of a bluish tint. Kind of grayish bluish tint, like a teal color. So I open this up and I'm looking at this container and I'm going, you mother. So I felt at that moment, I really felt like a really freaking idiot. Because this whole time I've been watering this grass and thinking, oh, it's working. Grass is kind of growing more. It's not fully green, but it's getting there. The weeds are growing. But the motherfucker is not, excuse my language, it's not, something's not right. This container, it looked like it's not even emptying. So I turned to my husband and I said to him, babe, I feel like an idiot. And he goes, why? And I showed him and he starts laughing at me and he's all like, really? You didn't open? I said, the instructions clearly state, hook it up to the hose and water. It doesn't say anything about removing the plastic piece or take it apart, remove this plastic piece before you start watering. I did it. I mean, I even looked it up. I looked online and in the actual videos, it shows people hooking it up to the hose and then just watering. So of course, I don't think there's nothing in there. You know, I don't know that there's a plastic coating in there. So I felt like a damn dumbass because this whole time I'm watering this grass thinking, oh, it's going to grow. It's going to grow. Yeah, it was growing all right. But it wasn't getting the food that I was supposed to be giving to it for the last 3 weeks. So I successfully watered it. Watered the front and the back. And it still has some left over. But man, I felt dumber than a damn doornail today when I realized I didn't remove that thing. So anyways, I hope you had a good laugh tonight. Because I felt like a straight up idiot over the situation. But the fact of the matter is, now it's getting its proper feeding. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you all have a good night. So take care. Good night.